English Learners Podcast.
Learn, speak, and listen English easily.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today we're having a deep and honest conversation. The topic is something we all feel sometimes, feeling lost in life.
Hi, listeners. I'm Ananya. I'm here with Rahul to talk about this important topic. Many of us go through this phase, but we don't talk about it enough.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes everything feels confusing. We don't know where we're going or what we want.
Exactly, Rahul. There are days when I wake up and feel empty inside. I wonder if I'm doing anything meaningful with my life.
I feel the same sometimes. Even though I have a job and some friends, there are moments when I feel completely alone.
It's not always about being busy. It's about feeling connected to what we do. When that connection is missing, everything feels pointless.
Yes, and social media makes it worse. We see others doing great things and feel behind. It makes us doubt our own journey.
That's true. We compare ourselves too much. We forget that everyone has their own timeline.
Have you ever felt like you're just existing, not living? Like you're doing things just because you have to, not because you love them?
Yes, many times. I go to work, talk to people, smile at them. But inside, I feel numb, like a robot.
Same here. Sometimes I sit alone and think, is this really what life is supposed to be?
We don't get space to think in our busy lives. We keep running from one thing to another. And in that rush, we lose ourselves.
I think we need to pause sometimes. We need to ask ourselves real questions. Like, what do I truly want?
And what makes me happy? What gives me peace? Those questions are hard, but important.
Many people are afraid to ask them. They feel stuck, but they don't stop to understand why. They just keep moving forward without a direction.
Yes, like being in a car with no map. We keep driving, but don't know where we're going. That's how life feels when we're lost.
Do you think it's okay to feel lost? Is it normal? Because sometimes I feel like something is wrong with me.
I think it's okay. It's a part of growing and finding our path. No one has everything figured out.
That gives me comfort. Because I used to think everyone else had a plan, and I was the only one confused.
But that's not true. We all wear masks and hide our fears. We don't show our confusion to others.
Exactly. We say, I'm fine, even when we're not. Because we don't want to seem weak.
Yes, but being honest is not weakness. It takes courage to say, I don't know. It takes strength to admit, I'm lost.
That's so true, Ananya. We all say, I'm okay, even when we are falling apart inside. We just want to seem strong in front of others.
Yes, and that creates more pressure. We hide our real emotions for too long. Then one day, it all becomes too heavy to carry.
Exactly. Sometimes I wonder, what if we all shared our true feelings? Would the world be a softer place?
I think it would. Everyone is fighting their own silent battle. We just don't see it on the outside.
Yeah. I remember once I was smiling at a party, but inside I felt like crying.
That happens a lot. We smile, we laugh, we talk, but deep down, we're hurting.
Sometimes I feel tired of pretending. I want to just be real. But I'm scared people won't understand.
I get that. We fear being judged, being called weak. So we wear a mask and act normal.
But how long can we do that? At some point, we need to open up. We need to say, hey, I'm not okay.
Yes, and I think it starts with safe people. People who listen without judgment. People who just sit with you in your silence.
Those people are rare, but they exist. Sometimes just one honest conversation can help. It can make us feel seen and heard.
You're right. Sometimes I just need someone to listen to me. Not fix me, not give advice, just listen.
That's powerful. Listening itself can be healing. Because when someone listens, we feel valued.
I wish more people knew that. You don't always need the right words. You just need to be there.
Yes, I think being lost is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it leads us to the right path.
That's deep. Being lost makes us explore more. It makes us think, reflect, and grow.
Exactly. It's uncomfortable, but it's a part of the journey. We learn more in confusion than in comfort.
True. Some of my biggest lessons came from my darkest days. Pain taught me what peace means.
Same here. The days I felt broken were the days I found strength, because I had to rebuild myself.
It's not easy, though. When you're lost, it feels like you're failing. But maybe it's just the beginning.
Yes, the beginning of something new. A new version of ourselves. One that is more honest and more real.
Rahul, do you ever think about your purpose? Like, why you're here? What are you meant to do?
All the time. I think that's one reason I feel lost. Because I haven't found a clear answer yet.
Me too. Sometimes I try different things, but nothing feels right. I keep searching, but it's confusing.
Yeah, I try to follow what people say. Study this, work there, earn money. But inside it still feels empty.
Maybe we are not made for just following rules. Maybe we are meant to create our own path, even if it takes time.
That's beautiful. Creating our path sounds scary, but exciting. At least it will be real.
Yes, real is better than perfect.
Even if we fall being true to ourselves. And that's worth it. I agree. We don't need to have all the answers today. We just need to take one honest step.
One step at a time. That's how we move forward. Even when we feel lost.
And maybe feeling lost is a signal, a message from within, telling us to slow down and listen.
Yes, to connect with ourselves again. To ask, what do I truly want? And what do I truly feel?
That inner voice gets buried in the noise. But when we're lost, we get quiet. And in that silence, we find truth.
That's why I'm not afraid of being lost anymore. I see it as a part of my story. Not the end, just a chapter.
Same here. It's a messy chapter, but it's honest. And sometimes that's what we need most.
Sometimes, when I sit alone in my room at night, I wonder if this feeling will ever go away. Will I ever feel clear and confident about my life?
I've had those nights too, when thoughts keep spinning in my mind, and I keep asking myself, what am I doing with my life?
Yes, and it's hard to sleep when the mind is full. Even small problems feel big. Even simple choices feel too heavy.
That's true. I think it happens because we're scared of making mistakes. We feel like one wrong step can ruin everything.
Yes, and that pressure makes us freeze. We stop moving forward. We just stay stuck in our head.
But the truth is, mistakes are a part of life. No one has a perfect journey. Even people we admire made mistakes.
That's something I try to remind myself. It's okay to not have it all together. We're allowed to be a work in progress.
Exactly. Even when we feel lost, we're still learning. Even pain teaches us something.
Yes, pain can be a teacher. It shows us what we value and what we don't want anymore.
Sometimes feeling lost is a sign of growth. It means we're questioning old ways. We're ready for change, even if we don't know what yet.
That makes sense. Growth is uncomfortable, and being lost is part of that discomfort.
It's like a seed in the soil. It feels dark and lonely underground. But slowly, it starts to grow roots.
Wow, that's a beautiful image. We don't see the roots growing, but they are. Maybe that's what's happening to us too.
Yes, the growth is quiet at first, but one day we start to bloom, and everything starts making sense.
That gives me hope. Even if I feel lost today, it doesn't mean I'll stay lost forever. Maybe this is just the start of something new.
I believe that too. We are not broken. We are just becoming who we're meant to be.
Rahul, do you do anything that helps when you feel lost? Like some routine or habit? Something that makes the heaviness a bit lighter?
Yes, actually. Started writing in a journal. Just simple thoughts, no filter.
That's interesting. I've never tried journaling. What do you write?
Anything that comes to mind. Sometimes it's how my day went. Other times, it's just how I feel.
I like that idea. It sounds like talking to yourself. A private place to be real.
Exactly. It helps me understand what I'm feeling. And sometimes I see patterns in my thoughts.
Maybe I'll try it too. Writing things down might help clear my mind. Sometimes I feel like my head is full of noise.
Yes, journaling makes that noise softer. It's like pouring out what's inside. Then you can breathe a little easier.
That sounds peaceful. I think I need that peace. Even a few minutes a day would help.
Also, I go for short walks alone. No phone, no music, just walking. It helps me feel grounded.
That's nice. Being in nature, even for a few minutes, can really calm the mind. That is all about today's topic, I hope, so that you like the conversation, if you liked it. Then thank you so much for being with us till now. Goodbye, friends.